Well, so welcome again. And so what I wanted to do is to give a kind of DNA and origin and vision of what SocialSAM came from, so you get an appreciation of the underlying design philosophy of SocialSAM. And then a bit about myself. Some of you know me from my professional career. There's a lot more to my story, and I want to kind of show you a little bit more about me and where I come from as well. Because fundamentally, the design and what you see in SocialSAM reflects about a lot of my personality. And so if you're going to do business with me, I think it's important to also kind of get to know each other on a personal level as well. Is there water I can have?
Yeah, you bet. I will.
Yeah, I'm getting dry throat already. So just a little bit of background about me. I'm Chinese by descent. My mom and dad are Chinese. I was born in Vietnam in 1970, and in a little village. And I escaped Vietnam when the Viet Congs came and took over in a little riverboat. And there's a point to this story. I escaped as a refugee in a riverboat, and we escaped the country in a little riverboat, and we were chased by the Viet Congs, and we luckily escaped. And then, as we were getting out of the country, we were robbed by Thai pirates 3 times. They stole everything, because if you had all your money and wealth possessions, you want to leave the country. That's the right target for people who wanted stealing your money. So they stole everything we got. Because if you can imagine what you have today, and then something happened to the country, and you just like get out. What do? You just get your most precious tradable possessions, and anything like your photos, anything irreplaceable, and you just get out to a country you don't know anything about. No language, no skill, no nothing. You don't know anything where you're going to go. And so that's kind of the position my parents came. Thank you very much. And we were robbed, and the women on our boat were raped. It was just really nasty. And on the last event, they took our engine and they threw it overboard because there's nothing else for them to take. So they said, no, off you go. And luckily, we were spotted by a West German tanker, like within 12 hours of that event, and then we were towed into a refugee camp in Malaysia. And if you've ever been on the ocean, it's a wide expanse of nothingness, and to be able to get spotted by a boat is just incredible. So the reason why I'm so grateful is that I've literally died. I could have easily, in a blink of an eye, just by accident, be shark food, and yet here I am speaking with you guys, and I'm so blessed by that. And that's part of my energy, my passion, is because I've been literally given a second chance in life. So I take every moment and I live it to the max, to my maximum passion. So I do everything with intent, with such intensity, because I've been given a second chance. I don't take my life for granted. And that's where a lot of people, I differ from a lot of people, because I just go at it, whatever it takes. And so anyway, moving forward, I spent 3 years in a refugee camp. And then from there, I went to Australia. And when I came to Australia at the age of 9, I didn't speak a word of English. And within a couple of years, I was kind of the family English speaker, because I was the oldest child at 9, and I interpreted for my parents who couldn't speak English. So that's where I came from. I graduated from the University of Sydney in 92. I quickly worked for Symantec, and then from Symantec I got transferred over to the US. At the age of 23, I was responsible for designing Symantec's customer service tracking system worldwide. And if you put that in perspective, most 23-year-olds are still going through their college education, whereas I was actually, there designing a very sophisticated information system at the age of 23. Then, while I was at Symantec, I got my MBA degree, and during that time, this is back in the mid 1995-ish. There, I started a number of internet.com businesses, and I did a simple e-commerce solution, and that failed. And while I was going through college, I started uStudent.com, which is a student housing website and student resources website. That failed. I spent, while my friends were going at it, having fun, the college lifestyle, right? I was working my ass off doing another job and doing a GTA, graduate teaching fellowship. I was teaching students, and my MBA, and trying to run this student housing business, right?
And still have hair.
Remember, I've been given a second chance, so I go at everything with intensity, with passion. And I'm telling you this story not to brag, but I'm telling you this story because if you think that your life is pretty crappy, that you're living in a homeless shelter or whatever it is, I hope that you can take this away as an inspiration that I came to this country not speaking a word of English, right? I came to this country with no relationships, not connections. Remember, it's who you know. I had nothing. And I started in Australia, and I came to the US fresh. I knew very few people. And yet here I am today speaking to you. So anything, when you set your mind to it, is possible. When you say that I'm homeless or my parents abuse me or whatever those excuses may be, they're illusionary. It's your power of intention, your power of just determination of making things happen. And that's really what I want to have as a takeaway. And the other thing I want to have as takeaway is, people are so afraid of failing. If you notice, I failed a lot of times. Right? I started these e-commerce business. It failed. I started. Here's a little known fact about me. I was so desperate. I was hosting spammers for web hosting. I was getting hateful phone calls all the time, but it was making me good money. So that was kind of where I sunk in. I had to do whatever I could, to get by. But the fact is, I took action. I failed. I kept taking action. And the point is, if you accept that failure is not an option, there's no going back. And if I'm stuck in the ocean and I'm like swimming, and if I keep treading water, then I'll never get anywhere. I'm stuck in this growth, and that's what most people in life are doing, is they're treading water. So if you tread in your boat just sank, and you go, oh, okay. So hopefully somebody, God will come and save me. And that your faith could have some effect, but maybe if you should take action, even if it's the wrong action, take action. You're better off than just doing that, trading water. So I just want to inspire people to say, look, take action. Don't be afraid to lose, and just give it all you got. And if it fails, do it again. It's called failing forward quickly, right? Taking action and doing all the time. And just, if it doesn't work, give it your 100%, then move on. If it doesn't work, you keep on taking action. So people are so fearful of mistakes. Oh my God, what if it failed? I would have lost $2,000. That's a lot of money. Well, the amount of money you invest and the amount of energy you invest is all relative. Relative to starting something like SocialSAM, what you've invested is tiny.
Yep.
So relative to Donald Trump, what I've invested in SocialSAM is tiny. So it's all relative. So if you expand your horizon, expand the risk and payoff ratio, and say, look, if this would succeed, then it would have been worth this much. But if it doesn't, I will have learned this much, and I'll go on and try again. It's not the end of the world. Even if you have no money left, there's still skills and connections and things that you have learned from that enables you to go to reinvent yourself. Even if, God forbid, that you have to declare bankruptcy, Donald Trump has. Many successful people have. It has not stopped them. And it shouldn't stop you. Your credit rating is, oh my God, you have to protect yourself. But if you don't ever take action, ever take risk, you'll never get anywhere. So think of yourself as a wake-up call. Think of this as that, if you've only got the next 12 months to live, what would you do? How would your perspectives change? Take action and say, okay, well, if I only have 12 months and I have to leave something behind for my family, what would I have to do? What will it take for me to get this thing done?